Hey guys, it's me Kayla and I'm back with another video, and I was gonna tell you guys a little story time about I literally saw like my spit fucking fly. That was actually really gross. I'm gonna tell you a little story time about the worst date I've ever been on. This was trash. It's awful. So let's get the mood started. I was a junior in high school, so this was like 2 years ago. Um, there was this girl I was friends with. We'll call her Gabby. Gabby and we were cool, we hung out. She was a grade above me and stuff. And she used to talk to this guy named, or she was friends with this guy named Matt. And Matt and I didn't know him. I just knew him kind of as, they hooked up, whatever type thing. It was nothing but hookup, so I was like, cool, whatever, I didn't care. I had met him one time at a party, and it was just I thought he hated me. I have this thing though with people. I always think everyone hates me, so yeah. That's probably because 90% of people do hate me. So yeah. Also, I need to be checking the time because I have to literally leave soon for work. But yeah. So, whatever. I thought he hated me. It was whatever. Ooh, that's so fun to do with fake nails. We were cool, I guess. And then I also had this other friend who, they were all friends. Matt, Gabby, and John. They were all friends. They all hung out more than I hung out with them, So I hung out with Gabby a lot, but I didn't hang out with other two people a lot. So that's how it was, But I had known, fuck, this is so hard. Should I just get into the date? Whatever. So that's just a little background. How it is, whatever. Okay, so one time, Matt, sorry, I forgot his fucking fake name. I was like, what is it? Matt asked me to hang out. And I'm like, okay, cool. Sure, whatever. And so we hang out. Well, first off, before we even hang out, I don't know, on dates and shit, oh, are we gonna get food, whatever. I didn't really think of it as much of a date because we've had kicked it before, and it was just us sitting in his car. So yeah, I did not really think of it as it gonna be a date. But sometimes I'm not gonna eat first because if we hang out, oh, we'll most likely get food. So I'm okay, I'll just wait. And he acted like he was gonna pick me up soon, he was gonna be there any minute. So I was okay, I'll just wait and I'll get food later. So a fucking hour goes by, and I'm bitch, a bitch is hungry. So I'm are we still hanging out, what time are you coming? Are you almost here? Because if you're not almost here, I'm about to get food, and we can kick it later, but I'm hungry, so I'm gonna eat first, They're oh, so Matt's because I call him because he's not answering my text, and I'm bitch, a bitch is hungry, I'm trying to eat. So Matt's oh, I'm on my way now, I'll be there any minute, whatever. I'm okay, whatever. But I'm thirsty as fuck, so I'm so my dad and I, we go get something to drink, right? That takes 10 minutes, if so. So he's by the time I get something to drink, he's okay, I'm at your house, And I'm oh, okay, well, I got something to drink because I was really thirsty, but I'll be home soon. I should put a timer because I really don't know. I have 10 minutes to finish the story. I don't know if I would do it. I guess I could film afterward. But so by the time I get there, so I'm okay, well, he calls me and he's where are you? Whatever, I'm at your house. And I'm okay, well, I just got something to drink, I'll be home soon, And so 5 minutes go by, we had just gotten the stuff, stuff to drink and snacks, I think. And he's where are you? Where are you? First off, this boy was an hour late. He told me, I think he told me 6:30. We'll just say that, right? The boy comes at 7:30. I'm literally 5 minutes late. Or I made you wait 5 minutes after you made me wait an hour. And you're trying to rush me now? what the fuck? Like, that is not cute. I do not like being rushed. That's, like, my biggest fucking pet peeve. Like, don't do that. And especially if you were an hour late. Like, who do you fucking think you are, bitch? Like, who? Like, stop it. So, I get there. I'm like, okay, like, I'm here. Like, what up, you know? And I didn't eat still because, like, I had no time. Like, we were about to go. So, I'm like, okay, whatever. I leave. Like, boy doesn't even pick me up at my door. Which to me is not cute. I don't like that. Don't do that. So, whatever. We go and his friend John's there. And I didn't even fucking know, like, they were coming. But I'm like, I don't care. Because I already I knew him for a while before I met Matt anyway. So I was like, whatever. I didn't care. So we get cream. And I'm like fucking starving at this point because I had not eaten all day because this boy was an hour late. And like, I just fucking thought he would be on his way. Like, I had no communication of what time he was coming or else I would have ate. So, and then I was a broke bitch at this point. Like, I didn't work, you know. And I asked my dad for money, and he's like, no, like, you're on a date. Like, the boy's supposed to pay. My dad's very old-fashioned like that. So I was like, okay, but, like, I kind of want money just in case this bitch don't pay for me, you know. And so, like, we go to Cream, and I'm, like, starving, but I have no fucking money. And I'm like, you know, they're talking about what they're gonna get, like, what food, like, what kind of ice cream and shit. And I'm like, okay, but, like, bitch hungry, you know, like, bitch kind of want to eat some. And they're like, oh, what are you gonna get? Like, Matt asked me, like, oh, what are you gonna get? And I'm like, oh, like, I don't have any money, so, like, I don't know, but, like, I'm like, and I'm hinting too, like, I'm doing the little broke bitch hints, like, but I'm, like, super hungry, like, but I don't have any money, like, bitch, feed me. Like, that's what I'm doing, really. And he's like, oh, that's cool. And I'm like, bitch, the fuck? And so I asked, like, my friend, I asked then John, I'm like, hey, can you buy me something and I'll pay you back? Because, like, I had known him long, you know, so I was like, whatever, like, maybe he will. And he's like, oh, I don't have any money either. Like, I just have, like, $2 and I'm getting this. And I'm like, okay. And so we get the fucking ice cream. I'm like checking the time and shit. Okay, I'm good. So, you know, they get the ice cream, whatever. And John and Matt, they're talking about fucking, this is what they're talking about. How they're gonna get back at his ex-girlfriend, Matt's ex-girlfriend. What they're gonna do to get back at her. And these are grown-ass men, you know? Like, they are fucking, I want to say, like, one's 19. I don't even know how old the other one is. But they're grown, you know? Like, too old to do, like, stupid-ass shit like this. They're like, yeah, we're gonna go, like, find out, like, which is her water line and, like, fuck it up so, like, her water won't work for, like, 2 weeks and it'll be so funny. Like, ha ha ha, you know? And I'm like, what? Like, what? So you mean to tell me you guys are gonna go way out of your way to fuck up your ex-girlfriend's water? I don't even know how they said it. They were gonna, like, they found a map of where she lives and they were gonna fuck up her water so that she wouldn't have, like, water for 2 weeks. Like, first off, that's just so immature. That's very immature. Second off, bitch, like, her family too, like, her family didn't do anything to you. So it's not only, like, you're shutting off her water, but, like, what if her dad needs to take a shower? What if her mom needs to take a shower? Or, like, if she has siblings, whatever, you know? It's not just her. It's, like, also her family. So you're messing with her and her family, which is very disrespectful. And it's just, like, you're fucking grown. Like, you're an adult. Like, you shouldn't, that's just, bitch, what? And they're literally talking about, like, his ex-girlfriend and shit, like, the entire time. And, like, they're talking about her for, like, an hour. Bitch, we are on a date. You're talking about how you're gonna get back at your ex for an hour. Like, what? And then also earlier, he tells me and John how he was at his ex-girlfriend's house that morning because she wanted to talk. and she wants to get back together. And so he was at her house. And I actually had asked him earlier, while I guess he was at his ex-girlfriend's house, if he could pick me up, because I was like fucking stuck in I was stuck at school. I didn't drive at this time, so I was stuck. Like, no one could pick me up for like 2 hours, you know. I don't think I had any money to Uber or something, because I didn't Uber. And I asked him, like, oh, could you pick me up and I will pay you back, because I had cash at my house. And so I was like, I'll pay you back, you know. And he said no, like, he couldn't pick me up. Like, he was like, oh no, like, I don't want you to pay me gas money. So like, he wouldn't pick me up. So I guess while I asked to pick me up, I think he was at his ex-girlfriend's house. But also, like, just why would you even tell a girl? I don't even know. Maybe he didn't consider it a date, but I feel like if you ask me out, that's a date. And he had tried to get on me, like, a lot. So, I think it was a date. Like, I feel like if, hey, like, you want to go out, I think that's a date. But maybe it wasn't a date to him, because what the fuck? I don't get why you would ever do any or say any of this shit on a date. But, so yeah, he's telling me, like, yeah, she wants me back, you know. I just went over to her house, and she was, like, crying because she wants me back and shit. And a bitch is not stupid. I'm not dumb. Like, I know, I just went over her house and we just talked. Bitch, yeah, right. Yeah, fucking right. You don't go over to your ex-girlfriend's house when she's home alone, because he even said that, and just talk. Bitch, I'm not stupid. Like, I know y'all fucked. I know it. I'm not dumb. Don't play me. And I'm like, I'm very over this at this point. Like, I'm so fucking done with this date. I'm like, I just want to fucking go home. Like, I just want to go home. So, yeah. So, he's, like, saying all that shit, you know, after we get the ice cream. Then he's, like, he eats half of the ice cream. And then goes, oh, shit. I'm lactose intolerant. I probably shouldn't be eating this. And throws it away. And a bitch was starving. I would have eaten that shit. I would have eaten that shit, like, no problem, you know? And also, what the fuck? And he's like, oh man, I'm gonna have, like, the shits later. Like, ew, bitch, I do not want to hear about you fucking shitting yourself later because you ate ice cream. Like, I do not want to hear that. Like, I really don't. Like, I don't get it. Like, damn. Like, why would you ever say that, you know? Why would you ever say that? But, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, and so he just throws it, you know? And I'm like, bitch, a bitch would have, like, I would have eaten that. I was so hungry, you know? And so then, like, his friend and I, like, his friend leaves and we leave, you know? So we part ways. And then, so we go in his car, whatever, and he drives fast, like, it was literally like I was on a date with a little ass kid. So he drives fast. He's like, let's see how many car alarms I can set off. So he fucking drives hella fast and shit to set off car alarms. Damn, I can't talk. And I was just like, bitch, am I supposed to be impressed by that? Like, I don't get it. Like, was I supposed to be like, oh my god, you set off, like, car alarms? Like, oh my god, we should get married. I don't get it. I don't get why I would be like, oh my god, that's so fucking cool. Like, I don't get anyone who would think that unless they were, like, 12 years old, you know? And I'm not. And then he's like, oh, let's wake up the homeless people that were, like, sleeping in the parking garage. And I don't find that shit cute. I don't find that shit funny. That shit is not cute. Like, it's not. Don't fucking do that. Like, it's just fucking stupid. Like, first off, they're already homeless. Like, they probably have a lot more problems than you or I. And they're dead ass just trying to sleep. And, like, that's all they're trying to do. Just fucking sleep. And you want to be an asshole and wake them up for no fucking reason. Like, there's really no benefits to you waking them up with your loud ass car that you think is cool. But it's, like, not fucking cool, you know? So he, like, drives past them hella, like, fast and shit, and this is like a parking garage. It's not like we have tons of fucking space, and just like drives hella fast to wake him up, you know? And I felt so fucking terrible. I felt so bad. Like, I really wanted, like, to disappear at that point. I was like, I don't know him. Like, I'm not on this date. Like, I don't know who the fuck this is. Like, sorry, you know? I felt like shit. I felt awful for the person that he like had just woken up, and I felt awful for me being there. I was like, why am I here? So finally we are going home. Woohoo! And this boy, I'm not even talking at this point. I'm literally not talking. I'm like just looking out the window, like trying to distract myself. I really just want to go home. But of course, we take this long ass route to my house, and I'm just thinking like how in my head like how I'm gonna block him as soon as I get home, how I'm never going to talk to him, how this was the worst day I've ever been on. And I literally was texting my friends like, bitch, this boy did this, this, and that. Like, oh my god, this is the worst day ever, you know? Like, I'm texting them that. Like, I was just thinking, like, I was like that meme, you know, like, where it's like, I don't know, when she's like laying on the bed and she looks hella uncomfortable. That was me. I was like fucking waiting to get home. Okay, I have like 8 minutes to finish this story. I just wanted to fucking go. Like, I was over it. I was done. Never again. And so he finally like drops me off, and I'm like, he's like, bye beautiful, and I'm like, bye, and a bitch gets out the car and leaves. And as soon as I went home, I'm like, I went on Snapchat, I'm like, block, block, block. Like, I was like, nope, never again. And I have never talked to him since. So yeah, but also I should have known it was a clue, because his fucking truck window was smashed in by his ex-girlfriend, and then he was getting back at, like, trying to get back at his ex-girlfriend, but he went to his other ex-girlfriend's house, and it was just like, bitch, what? I didn't know. And also, like, ew, what if I dated him and then, like, we ended things badly? You're gonna fucking try to turn off the water in my house, or you're gonna smash my car windows? Like, and like, I don't even know why I went on a date with him. He really wasn't not my type whatsoever. Like, literally completely opposites of my type. And I'm like glad to wash my hands of him. So yeah, that was the worst day I ever been on. I hope you guys enjoy this story. Give it a thumbs up if you did. And yeah, subscribe. Bye.